Thank you, Madam Bishop. My name is Rachel Ambassing. Last January, I joined diocesan staff as missioner for Multicultural Ministry. This ministry is a continuation of the collective efforts of many in our 50-year diocesan journey, such as previous diocesan Latino-Hispanic missioners, the late Reverend Juan Acosta, who served in this role for 15 years, and the Reverend Carlos Garcia. I would like to recognize them and the many other leaders in our diocesan history, including Louis Glosson, Han Tran, and the Reverend Dr. Paul Carmona, who have served faithfully towards a vision where folks in our region of all socioeconomic locations, ethnic backgrounds, and gender and cultural identities can have a safe and trusting space to explore the traditions and possibilities of the Episcopal faith and to find belonging. In the area of creation care, in February, our diocese launched the Growing Trees in Community initiative, designed by Adrienne Elliott and Diane Lopez Hughes of our diocesan creation care community, for our congregations to collaborate with their neighbors to increase the tree canopy in underfunded and over-industrialized neighborhoods. In March, our pilot congregation of St. Philip's Lemon Grove welcomed volunteers and community partners for our first tree planting. 11 more of our congregations have begun exploring how this project may be adapted in their own contexts. Our creation care community continued to grow in 2023, reaching members from over 20 of our congregations, providing resources, education, and facilitating ongoing virtual roundtable gatherings. In April, as part of our year of service, 21 congregations reported participating in creation care service projects. In the area of multicultural ministry, this year, 3 of our congregations have begun offering Spanish language worship services either for the first time or after a pause. And our diocese launched a new localized anti-racism knowledge training, also known as LARC, designed by members of our Racial Justice and Reconciliation Task Force, May Chow, Therese Carmona, and Jill Henderson. This workshop focuses on local stories of our many diverse communities, featuring stories from our faraway history and stories of our present. 2 workshops are being planned for the upcoming year. In May, our diocese offered Towards a Fuller Gospel, scripture through the lens of Asian American theologians. In the Episcopal Church, where our knowledge and understanding of God has historically been funneled and filtered through the predominant lens of white, Western privileged academic elite, programs such as Towards a Fuller Gospel enrich all of us, broadening the lens in which we are able to see each other, the world, and therefore broadening the lens through which we can see God. Another edition of Towards a Fuller Gospel will be offered in May of next year, featuring different works from a different group of theologians of color. While we hope to embody a diocesan culture of community vitality and dignity in our diversity, where everyone belongs and where everyone has enough, we still have work to do. And so we plan the following in 2024. Appoint a Multicultural Ministries Council of Advice to ensure a collective voice is more fully represented. Hold healing circles for those in our diocese who struggle with unreconciled wounds of racial aggressions inflicted by our church. Develop more resources and formation opportunities, including a new social location workshop, which will equip individuals to lean in to their unique lens, shaped by their cultural, ethnic, socioeconomic backgrounds, to better see each of our diversities as gifts to be utilized rather than things to abandon. And continue conversations already happening in our diocese around systems and cultural change. The work of co-creating a diocese of community vitality and diversity depends on members of our diocese collectively joining in this work. So here are a few places you can start. Attend any of our offerings for multicultural ministry and racial reconciliation, especially LARC. Join actionable service projects focusing on our most marginalized neighborhoods, and participate in generative conversations around systemic and cultural change in your congregation or on a diocesan ministry. This invitation to lean in to church leadership is for all members of our congregations, and most especially to anyone who has felt frustrated at not seeing themselves represented in our diocese. Diverse leadership will help continue this journey of transformation, the vision of beloved community that so many leaders of color in our diocesan history have labored and longed to see. From governance to formation to mission and community engagement conversations, we need your voice and we need your wisdom to help shape our future.